All right, welcome to the Please Subscribe show. As you know, I'm Cole Spivey. This is Linda. We feel that the number 13 is a lucky number because our country started off with the 13 colonies. There's Kitty. His full name, I always give my cats complex full names. Edmund, Tuxedo, Cassavetes. He's biting me. He's a frisky one. He's kind of a show kitty, but he's a little wild. A little like Brando or something, right? Yeah. All right, he just tries too hard.
He's just mad you're leaving.
Yeah. She's gonna be taking care of business ordeals, getting things ready. And I'm gonna go try out Roadie again. So there's kind of a pattern you can kind of see if you watch it. I know it's a lengthy show. I think I did 4 posts. I'm doing my best to cut those down to just maybe a 20-minute show. But anyway, things are starting to become enlightening when I'm trying to edit. But you don't need all that information. All right. So there's Kitty. All right. Please subscribe. Tell your friends about the show. A little shaky shot. And also, you can hit the notifying bell so you know when the next video uploads. Kitty, calm down.
Sit.
We do have a PayPal if you want to be a channel supporter. And just please tell your friends and watch it. The biggest way you can help us is just watching the show. I love feedback. Got some feedback today by Life on Aaron. Appreciate Life on Aaron. And everybody else out there that makes comments. My mom out there in Maine, decorating the house and taking care of the chickens. All right, she's got a chicken sanctuary. All right, guys. Talk to y'all next time. See you in the next clip coming up. Uh-oh. You okay?
No, save it.
It's a Walmart one. Gotta go. Pick up your Walmart and drop it off at your doorstep. All right, today we are dealing with 66 degrees Fahrenheit. 200,888 or 200,884 miles on the speedometer. And we're dealing with November 13th. I consider it a good number. 2023, 13 colonies. We're headed to the Jacksboro Highway Walmart, but what I'm going to do is plug this in and give you the coordinates. I'm doing a Roadie pickup for Walmart. All right, some of these Walmart ones are pretty good. It's going to be a total of 9.2 miles on the pickup for this Roadie pickup for Walmart. 11-minute duration. We'll arrive at 3:06 p.m. So ideally I want to be out no later than 2. And usually you can get some of the late night pharmacy drops. Sometimes you can get those at like 10. So we can run this thing till 10. All right. And tomorrow we're going to probably get up a little bit earlier, so I'm going to conserve vlog today. Okay? So please pray for me that I can conserve the vlog, because it's painful if I don't. All right? And there's wonderful things to see out there, but we're mostly focusing on Roadie. There she is. Lake Worth. Real quick on Grace, it is all over the place, and so 1 minute, it's, in Barksville, Texas, a fictional town. The next minute it's in the United Kingdom, and then all of a sudden it's in Portland, Oregon. It's all over. Okay, so what unites all the characters is vlogging, because that's their constant SOS. It's their constant message in the bottle. Even when they're dealing with the werewolf, wherever the werewolf is, they will start vlogging. They don't ever neglect the vlog. Most all of them. But, some vlog more than the others. So some will vlog more than the others. Like Grace doesn't vlog a whole lot. He's more of an athlete. But he does. He has his own show. And Rainy Love she's a victim of the rock and roll world, But she has her vlog, but you don't really see a whole lot of it. Mostly she kind of vlogs herself kind of doing weird things like cleaning the house and stuff like that. And then we see some of the she-wolf tendencies in her. And then, you've got Gerald Oldman III, from the United Kingdom, who has to vlog too, and very serious about his vlog. And then you got the Post Malone character, John Blacksmith, who's out in Portland, Oregon. Really crazy dude. Will vlog quite a bit about his silver weaponry, which is based on a friend of mine, Scro, out in that area. He was, probably once a squatter, a hacker, kind of a genius. I really would offer the role to Post Malone. I think it'd be a great opportunity because he has it in his eyes, But what I would tell him on set, though, if I was going to give him direction, for, method direction, is just replace aliens with werewolf in it, and you have it down. It's probably my only direction. Bubblegum cigarette kind of thing that David Lynch did. But just replace, the aliens with cigarette. I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, he does smoke in it. But replace aliens with werewolf, because there's something that we believe in. But anyway, it's kind of about belief and vlogging and things. I guess if I had to compare it to maybe a script, maybe Dr. Strangelove and how I learned to love the bomb. I don't know if it needs to be black and white. I don't know if I've certainly haven't called for it, but Dr. Strangelove needed to be black and white because it was making a comment about some of the bomb shelter test movies that they were doing, with the turtle and people hiding from the atomic bomb. Anyway. All right, completed Walmart pickup, and now for delivery. We're going 9.2 miles. We'll arrive for the duration of 15 minutes at 3:34 p.m. All right, I set the trip counter to 0, which is the resettable odometer. And we're starting the day kind of like right here, so we'll know by the end of the night how much we made and how many miles we put on. And those, of course, aren't the ones that we can write off on taxes. These are right here. You can only write off what you pick up and what you drop off, not where you go to get it and everything in between. But you can still take a tally of what you're doing, like mileage, what it's going to cost you, and that's the balance of it all. I think I guess maybe last night, maybe $10 an hour or so, maybe $15 an hour at times. It just depends on how good you are with logistics and how you are with finding the right fit for each position you choose on Roadie. They work kind of the opposite of all the other apps, where the other apps, they do the logistics for you. This one, they'll give you the information and you choose it. It's more kind of like Wall Street. It's a nice little view right here, the Lake Worth Valley. Veterans Park right there. Looks like a couple kitties are gonna be happy. It's like part of Edmund's family. Looks like a whole family of cats have come out. Even a black one right there. And there's one under the truck right over there. They're like, well, it looks like our cargo came in, boys. Dry cat food. Love me some kitty cats. I don't mind dogs. I had a good dog when I was younger. Bandit. The first dog was Smokey. The second one was Bandit. Smokey was kind of a half-breed German Shepherd. Bandit was a Golden Retriever mix, mutt. Probably had a lab in him. He was sometimes a sorry sight for poor eyes. But Smokey was a proud, beautiful collie. But I love me some cats. I don't know, I'm a little partial to the kitty cats. Guys, next pickup is going to be 1.2 miles. We'll be there in 3 minutes. Good logistics. 3:44 in the p.m. on the arrival. You always check the map. So drop off 3 will be 0.2 miles. We'll be there 1 minute, 3:50 in the p.m. Little house right there is a good solar cell right there. Made someone $3,000 in profit off of the commission. A lot of these little houses right here will get solar. This level of if you're in the solar business, these are the type of houses you want to sell to. Because the upper hand clients usually get less. These guys get a little more. They'll get the bigger panels that you need to get that $3,000 sell, which I think A.D.W.C might owe me for. We'll have to explore that. Note to the Roadie guy, I will come over here and I'll actually verify it. I'll look at the address. I'll spend a little bit of time making sure. I know speed's everything, but accuracy is for sure, okay? So I'll spend time looking at that. See, he can hear me. Their hearing is amazing, cats. Their senses are by far a representation of the method actor. Right, so this road right here is an important road to me. It's Silver Creek. Now, back in the day, when I was introduced to Hip Pocket Theater, I was introduced to it off Las Vegas Trail at the Oak Acres, right across from Grace Church. I think it's a Grace Baptist Church. And that's where we, first started doing a lot of theater, some serious theater. They're like a regional theater nearly. Non-profit, but they act as a regional theater. People know about them in Europe. People know about them in New York. A.D.W.C even knew about Hip Pocket Theater and worked with Lorca Simons, who's the daughter of Johnny Simons. They worked on stage together on Broadway. I believe it was Three Tall Women, or is that Edward Albee? Yeah, it's Edward Albee. Sorry, she did Edward Albee stuff too. Lorca did, but she also worked with Uta-Hagen in Collective Stories, which Uta-Hagen was at the time still teaching at HEB. And when we did, Waiting for Godot, I played Lucky, and Charlie Baker was either Dee Dee or Go-Go. Forgive me for not knowing. I focused more on Lucky and Pazzo because I was playing Lucky. It was a really hard play. Well, we did it at Oak Acres across the way, and then they eventually moved here. I helped them lay down some of the foundation on this particular theater. I don't know if they moved it, but I went this year and got to come back and see some old friends and some old theater friends. I got to see Johnny Simons in Old and in the Way, which I thought was one of his best works since The Nose Show, which was back in Oak Acres. And Malemo, I didn't get to see all of Malemo, but they're a tight group. They're still at it, and they're coming up right here to the right. I vlogged going in there when Old and in the Way, and The Fly was going on in October right there. It's Hip Pocket. They even performed in Scotland for the Queen of Scotland. They're invited to go. Just a reminder, this fourth drop, number 4, is going to be 3.7 miles. We'll be there 6-minute duration at 4:10 p.m. Occasionally people do lose toilets. That one was lost on the side of the road off of Silver Creek. If you got a lot of glue, you might could put the toilet back together. It's Silver Creek right here. And I'm listening to the Rolling Stones, Tattoo You. Don't want to be your slave. I wanna be your slave. Yeah. Well, he doesn't do that meow part, but you know. Silver Creek and Live Oaks right here. Estancia? Right off of Estancia. Passing through Lakeside. There's that water tower crusted with cellular devices. Right there is about a $5,000 commission sale of solar. Medium-sized house too. There's about a $5,000 or $6,000 commission sale, maybe even $7,000 they got on the other side of the roof there. That's a pretty medium-sized house too. Actually, you know what? That house I knocked on. Yep, I certainly did. I knocked on that house right there when I was with A.D.W.C, Safe Haven. This house right here had 2 trucks in the front. This very house. That's brand new solar panels. That's 5G. At least. And there's solar panels in the center part of it too. I only left a flyer though. Alright, so this will be number 6 delivery. 2.6 miles, 6 minutes. We'll be there at 4:23 p.m. About this is there's a sign that says Lake Worth leaving Fort Worth, then there's welcome to Lake Worth. All right, we're crossing Ella Young. Ella is Young, and then we're 6.3 on the mileage. We'll go 10-minute duration, 4:47 in the PM. This is Eastland. We're crossing Eastland as well. We're gonna hit Jacksboro Highway. For some reason I got spun off course. And man, that guy who dropped it off had quite the smoker's cough. I have to be a little, I don't always get my way. I like this house on what I'm doing. It may appear that, oh, Cole Spivey's out there making this, you know, it's impossible to learn to plow by reading books. No, I don't have that kind of freedom. But you know what? Maybe Linkletter had to go through, you know, I don't know what he went through. I know that he sent that stuff off in the mail and it came back to him and it was all done 35 millimeter. But this is a work vlog. It's a video log. So that's really cool over there. But I think of filmmakers constantly. You have to, because you're attempting to try to tell a story in a great big mess of, you know, different vlogs. I'm gonna go ahead and conserve the vlog here, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's just it's not going to be the same as your regular cinema, you know. And I watch vlogs, you know. I'm like, hey, okay, this is cool, this, you know. But they're just going to get YouTube awards for subscribers, and it's seen borderline social media. So it's truly what the 8mm probably was. You know, YouTube is kind of like an 8mm film, kind of, even though they may be using the best camera in the world on it, you know, that they could digitally on video. It still doesn't matter. The platform that it's going on cheapens it, and it becomes like a video log about what is this about, what's the content about. Anyway, we're gonna be there at 5.7, 8 minutes. We'll arrive at 4:47 p.m. Correction, I don't think It's Impossible to Learn to Plow by Reading Books was done on 35mm. I think it was maybe 16 or 8mm, but I have to ask. I'm guessing 8mm, sorry about that. Most of it was done on 35mm when it comes to his other films, like I want to say Slacker was 35 millimeter. I don't think it was 8 millimeter. Some of it may have been, and some of it was video too. It was a mixture. I don't know if, I'm pretty sure it's impossible to learn to plow by reading books. I'm almost sure that was all 8 millimeter. But I have to find out. I have to do some reading on that one. But, you know, why do that? Oh, there's a deer. Yeah. I saw it. It was a cool looking deer in the middle of the road. They'll go up and shoot those deer, though, in the head. So hopefully he'll be scared off. Because it can really harm traffic. So they just go up and shoot the deer in the head. That's what I've heard. I don't know if they're allowed to do it anymore. But it was way over there eating along the... He would have ran off, though. Anyway. All right, guys. We missed the deer, but we're going to talk about Jean-Luc Godard. Alphaville's playing. I've watched a lot of it. I was so tired I fell asleep, but I'm going to go back and watch some of it. I did not know that was Jean-Luc Godard. I'm so happy that I'm going to be able to see another Jean-Luc Godard film. So it is playing on YouTube now for free. You do have to watch ads, unless you're Prime, you don't have to watch ads. Really good. I had no idea that was Jean-Luc Godard. Not in a million years. Yeah, it's really crazy. It's way out there. Like, there's a scene where the detective guy comes in, he shoots this dude, like, in his hotel room. He falls over in the room, and they kind of ignore him like it didn't even happen. There's a chick that shows up to show the apartment, or not the apartment, it's a hotel room, and all of a sudden she, like, starts getting undressed, and you're like, what in the world is going on? It's like a detachment from reality, totally. I didn't think that was Jean-Luc Godard. I thought it was just some chump filmmaker, but it is. It's called Alphaville. Check it out. It's 1960. I'm gonna guess 5, maybe 69, but 65 maybe. We'll find out. So now I realize Alphaville is 1965. It's a Jean-Luc Godard. Been watching it. I'm gonna have to rewatch it. It is insane. Then I saw an interview with Jean-Luc Godard on the Dick Cavett show, and he looks like a very serious guy, talking about there is no image. The image is two. There's no just one image. It's two image. You're like, what in the world? And he keeps his scripts in his pocket, pulls out a script from his breast pocket. You know, he's like, this is my script. Very serious guy. He kind of reminds me of Hunter S. Thompson, though. The way that he looks, the way that he appears, you know, he gazes like a Hunter S. Thompson type of character. Not as crazy, though, but still very serious, you know.